How would you like to get one Dataverse environment, two Dataverse environments, three Dataverse environments so that you can test out premium features without a premium license before you move to production? You must know somebody in the licensing department. And admins, these don't use up your Dataverse capacity. And unlike my kids, unused environments will clean up after themselves. Welcome to PowerCat Live. My name is Phil Topner from the PowerCat team, and today we're here with MK. Hey, MK.
Hi, Phil. How are you?
So, MK, I'm glad you're here talking about Dataverse. I mean, I kind of feel like everybody's using Dataverse already. At least I feel like we're talking about it all the time. This developer environment, does this mean it's only for pro devs? It's got developer in the name.
This is an environment type that can be used both by pro developers, citizen developers, or anyone who has an access or has been building applications on Power App with certain additional capabilities with no additional cost.
We're talking about developer environments. This is multiple environments. 3?
Yes, so now, like, in order to get all the capabilities like application lifecycle management, it's very critical and it really helps the makers. You need multiple environments. So in order to make the journey of a maker very easy, now when you go to the PPAC, you can just go ahead and get up to 3 environments for yourself.
And I don't need to go to the Power Platform Admin Center. I also see these in the Maker Studio. Is that right?
Yes, there is an environment picker on Maker Portal in which you have a banner, that will come up, and you'll just go ahead and click and get started.
So we can't talk about all this without talking about licensing. Does this require a premium license or anything beyond the Microsoft 365 license for Power Apps?
You don't have to purchase any additional premium license in order to get this environment. That's all it takes.
So, okay, it sounds like a lot of functionality for just those 2 clicks and no licensing. So, MK, I don't want you to think that I don't believe you, but I do want to kind of poke around the edges of this.
Bring it on.
Okay, so here it comes. So copy, reset, backup, restore, all those environment functions. Can I do that with these 3 developer environments that I get?
Yes. Yes, you can do that with these environments, in which copy and reset is something that we have made recent additions to the to this environment type.
Can I use premium connectors in the apps I build in these environments?
Yes, you can.
Even without a premium license, you must know somebody in the licensing department.
I have big connections.
We found her. Here she is. Can I create more than one app or just one app in these environments?
You can create multiple applications.
Can I share that app with others?
Yes, you can share those apps with others.
Can I have others build apps with me in this environment?
Yes.
And those people could be admins, those people that I invite in.
Yes.
And I can use virtual tables?
Yes.
Calculated fields?
Yes.
Formula columns?
Yes.
Feels like it does pretty much everything I would expect out of Dataverse. What did I miss? What's the limit?
These are environments from where you'll get started on. You'll have 2 GB on each of these environments.
2 gigabytes of data.
Yes. But this 2 gigabytes won't be deducted from your overall tenant capacity. It's more about, giving you a platform to get started in order to use all these capabilities that the platform provides.
So once I've started building in one of my developer environments, I mean, should I expect to deploy my app here? Or what's my long-term roadmap for using one of these environments?
These environments are a great place for you to get started on, and because it's not a default environment, which is so many other makers, and
True.
You are scared to get started on. So
It's
this
busy in
provides
there.
you with Yes. So it's your own personal space where you can go ahead and build your application. You build your application and you want to scale it up with many users, etc. Then I would advise you to eventually move to sandbox or production environments that can provide you with that kind of scale. But this environment is a good place for you to get started on.
So then when I get to that point, when I'm ready to move to a full Dataverse environment outside of my developer environment,
Yes.
How do I do that?
The new capability of copy really helps you there. You can just go ahead and copy from this developer environment to any other sandbox environment. And from sandbox, you can go ahead from sandbox to production.
Now, I can hear admins out there going, I don't want 3 environments for every user in my tenant. What do you tell the admins to soothe their nerves?
For any reason, if as an admin you feel like, I need to understand it a little more before I turn it on for my tenant, you can go to your tenant setting and turn off this feature for your tenant. If your makers are not using this environment, if they're inactive beyond 90 days, and even after warning that, oh, you have not been using it, do you want to use the environment? Then after 90 days, we'll do the cleanup so that admin's journey becomes easier and they don't have to manage the environments that are actually not being used.
So another thing admins are concerned about is Dataverse capacity, right? Dataverse capacity is valuable.
Yes.
Are all of these environments that are created by users, are they going to affect my Dataverse capacity?
So these environments don't affect your overall tenant capacity.
So even if all of these personal environments have 2 gigs of data in there, 0 gets taken out of my tenant environment capacity.
Yeah, like if you have 100 makers in your tenant, you don't have to worry about that. Oh, if suddenly all are using it and suddenly I have my tenant capacity will go down. That won't be the case.
MK, thanks so much for being here and sharing this with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everyone.